Hi there, welcome to Swedish Odds and Ends, the show where we learn a little bit about everything. Today we're going to talk about photography, more specifically how to conduct oneself during a model photography session. Won't you join me? I would wager there are about 1 million different videos on the internet about how to set up the technical aspects of a model photography shoot, setting the lighting, choosing the right background, that sort of thing. What there seems to be a little bit less of is material that goes into how to conduct yourself during the photography session, what's important for the photographer when selecting a model, what's important for the model when selecting a photographer. So I thought we'd look into that in a bit more detail. And to help me go through this, I have my friend and longtime collaborator, Erika. We have worked together for, I would say, about 15, going on maybe 20 years now.
Yeah.
So we have developed something of a rapport, but it's quite important to remember that not all people you are going to meet are going to have that rapport. So in order to develop it, you need to go through in a way that is comfortable both for the photographer and for the model. So, for example, the first thing I would like to establish is the kind of interaction we're going to have. There is the possibility of just verbally instructing the model what you want, or I will go in and ask, is it okay if I, during the photography, touch you? Can I move you physically? Because that is something that's very important to have consent for. Otherwise, the risk is that it's going to be uncomfortable for someone, and that is definitely not what we want. It's easier if I can modify physically rather than having to explain for 1-2 minutes how I want it done. But not everyone is okay with it, and it is important to respect the wishes of the model at that point, and the wishes of the photographer if the photographer doesn't want to engage physically. Also, there is something to be said for an important thing is looks. Yes, it's very good if you can find the model with the look you're going for. More important is ability to act in front of the camera. For example, Erika here, as you can see, has a very special type of look with all tattoos and everything. Might not be what you're going for if you're going for a soft type of presentation. But since Erika is very good at presenting herself in different ways, she can act in a way that sells the illusion anyway. So I would rather go for someone who can act rather than who has the perfect look. So those are the most important things for me as a photographer. Apart from the fact that both parties need to be able to verbalize what they want.
Sure.
If the model has an idea, it's important that they can tell the photographer, I would like this sort of thing. Maybe it's only in abstract terms. Maybe it's I would like the feeling of something like this, and you can see if you can develop it. But the verbalization is very important.
It is, yes.
So that's the thing from my part of the side. How would you say, from the perspective of a model, what's important to you when selecting a photographer for an idea that you have?
It is very important to look at the photographer portfolio to see if he have some models I can recognize.
What you want is someone who can present their prior work to you so that you can see that they can give you what you are looking for from the session. Is that correct?
Yes, it's correct. Yes. And for me it is just all about the look. Like he wants me because some of them say that I'm too extreme for them by my looks. They all just want that soft, normal girl with like I say, dead eyes, can't perform. Only her mouth is the same all through all her pictures. That's not what I'm. That's not what I'm doing.
No, you are more performative in my experience.
Yes.
You like to have some kind of instruction from the photographer. I'm going for this feeling, and then you're going for that feeling. Whether that is rage, sadness, flirtatiousness, it doesn't matter.
Yes.
You like to have something to work towards, and that ties back to the whole communication thing.
Yes, that's correct. By my look, they always, or mostly, wanted to have that aggression, attitude look. But and I like that.
Otherwise, you
that
wouldn't be
feels
doing it.
me. But I can do that flirty, soft as well. It is just what the theme is, what you are going to express in the photos, what you want to say with the photos.
Mm-hmm.
It's not one photo. It have to give the expressions for something.
Oh yeah.
Not plain.
Another thing to think about is what is the transactional nature of the photography. Normally you would have the photographer paying the model or the model paying the photographer, depending on who is the initiative taker for the session. But we often work with what is called TFP, and that is a remnant from the old analog time. Both the photographer and the model put up their time, that is the T, and then they would get prints out of it. That's the analog prints. We now get digital files, but the principle is the same. Both parties, or all parties, put in their time and all get access to the material afterwards.
Correct, yes. I work with also TFP or paying. It's very different.
Of course. The advantage with TFP is that there's no financial pressure. We don't have a set time limit. And that is also a good thing when you want to develop maybe a skill set that you didn't have before. Like,
correct.
For example, if we go back in time when you were only doing the hard, aggressive look and that sort of thing, if you wanted to go into the more softer side, that can take time to get into the mindset and get into the performance.
Yes.
And that is a good thing with TFP, that it's allowed to take its time.
Also for the photographer to, if he have some new stuff he wanted to try, or like me, I wanted to try something new, it is the perfect way.
Mm-hmm. Something else to think about is the legality of it. We, like I said, have been working so long together that we have mutual trust for each other. Otherwise, I would say when working with someone new, regardless on what side of the equation you are, put things in writing.
Yes.
Always put things in writing, what people are comfortable with, what are soft limits, what are hard limits, what are the permissions for distribution when everything is done, who is allowed to distribute in what way. All of these things, if put in writing, is safer, like an insurance, for both parties. It ensures that nobody can get, pardon my French, screwed over. And that is unfortunately a very real problem, because there are unserious actors both on the photographer and model side. So when we started out, I think we put things in writing, but we have since learned that, well, this is a trustworthy individual.
Yes.
And that's why you're here today.
Yes, that's correct.
Is there anything else that you would like to say is important for you as a model?
No, I don't think so.
Then what do you say we start working with our other models for today?
Yes.
Thank you very much for now.
Thank you.
So, with me here I have one of the other models that we are going to be using for this evening's shoot. The thing that I have chosen here is a light background to be able to do a high-key photography, because Erika has a lot of tattoos that are quite dark. The risk with a dark background is that they would melt together. The same is true of this girl and the other snake that I have. They have quite dark parties on their body, and that would probably blend into the background, which would be very difficult to photograph in a good way. So we have set up a high-key shot with a diffused light from the right to give a bit of a brightening of that side, and a light straight from above to give the ambient light. And then we have a fill light down in the left corner, so that the right side of the background doesn't completely go into black. and 45 minutes later, and we are finished with tonight's photography shoot. It's an interesting experience working with animals for the first time, isn't it? Or that kind of animals.
Yes, I have worked with animals before, but with snakes, first time.
They're rather individualistic. There's
Yes.
not so much controlling what they do as guiding them to what you kind of want them to do, hoping they'll perform.
Yes.
We will go more into depth with working with animals for another day, but for today we have gone through what is important to think about when shooting a model photography session. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time.